The Grand Revisited tells the story of Folkestone's Grand Hotel, which opened in September 1903. It was built by a local alderman and mayor, Daniel Baker of the town, and I've lived here for the past 20 years. I've started collecting as soon as I moved to the Grand, various memorabilia connected with the building, postcards, letters, various objects, inkwells, all sorts of things, and with the aim of creating this book. The Grand hosted many people from royalty to writers, composers, and poets. The reason why I've called my book The Grand Revisited is because Evelyn Waugh stayed here in the 50s. Of course, Brideshead Revisited comes to mind, and also other writers of the time. And we find him writing letters to various of his friends at the time from the Grand. But one of the most interesting connections in terms of music, for I'm a musician, was particularly struck is that Sir Paolo Tosti, who was a great composer of songs in the Edwardian era of Italian origin, who subsequently moved to England, used to spend his summers here at the Grand in Folkestone, and some of his most beautiful pieces were written at the time. And also he organized musical events downstairs in the Grand's public rooms, which I've found in the local newspapers. So the book is fully illustrated with postcards from the war era, from the Edwardian era. It was certainly pioneering, and it was built after the Metropole next door was built on the grounds that was owned by Lord Radnor at the time. In fact, Radnor Estate is still very important in Folkestone now. It is a wonderful enclave for those wishing to live the charms of Edwardian era, I feel, in this town. And in the Grand Revisited, I was able to put together all the stories of these people. For instance, I found a letter that was posted by the great composer Giacomo Puccini to Sybil Seligman, one of his closest friends, staying at the Grand at the time. So all similar stories have been preserved in this book, in this Grand building from Folkestone's history.